So let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. And this is a story that has dominated headlines in the United States of America, and in the latest dramatic turn in the long-running investigation of the American President Joe Biden's son, the U.S. Justice Department has said that Hunter Biden may now be headed for a criminal trial. The department has even appointed a special counsel, David Weiss, amidst allegations of tax fraud and illicit overseas business deals against him. The appointment announcement has come as Weiss told the federal court in Delaware that a plea struck with Biden in the month of June was no longer valid, which means that he could now in fact move to file felony charges against President's son in other jurisdictions. Weiss has been investigating Hunter Biden since 2019 on low-level tax and gun charges. Interestingly, he was originally appointed to his position as the U.S. Attorney for Delaware by Joe Biden's political rival Donald Trump. He was allowed to stay on during the Biden administration. Many have in fact come out in support of Weiss, having been selected to carry out the investigation in this case.
The argument the other side would proffer would be this. Mr. Weiss is the individual who should investigate this, should be the special prosecutor in this case, because he's already amassed this evidence. He's already been investigating Hunter Biden for months, and he knows the lay of the land. So that's one side. The other side, of course, is, well, so if I were Hunter Biden, I would be very scared.
Now, a potential trial may lead to an unusual show in American history. The president's son being prosecuted as his father runs for a re-election, possibly against Donald Trump, who has at least about 3 forthcoming criminal trials of his own. Meanwhile, the Republicans in the House of Representatives are also threatening to launch an impeachment investigation. This into unsubstantiated allegations that President Biden had directly profited from the business ventures of his 54-year-old son. Now, earlier in the month of July, Hunter Biden had pleaded not guilty to the accusations of failing to pay taxes on more than $1.5 million in terms of income in 2017 and 2018. This despite owing more than $10,000 as tax. In a different instance, he did not enter a plea where he is accused of unlawfully possessing a firearm under the influence of drugs. And our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who's been tracking the story very closely for us, has sent us this report from New York. Listen in.
After that plea deal for Hunter Biden was ridiculed universally as being a sweetheart deal and basically thrown out, the architect of that deal, David Weiss, has now been promoted to special counsel. Republicans have cried foul, saying that this shields the Biden family from being investigated by those in Congress. It also may shield David Weiss from testifying before Congress. Regardless, Republicans said that they will continue their ongoing investigations. But there's another side to this story, and that's the fact that this really spells trouble for Hunter Biden himself. Appointing a special counsel most definitely means that his case will go to trial. However, the question remains whether or not the mandate of David Weiss, the special counsel, would be extended to investigate President Biden as well. So far, the DOJ has not answered that question. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.